Howdy folks, Laxo here, and today we are going to get into another soul box. So, we have finally gotten some of these soul box shards. Finally. It took them quite a while, but we finally got some, and they're honestly not too badly priced either. Like, they're not bad. So, I went ahead and spent 400 in-game currency or something like that on them. I have 134 left, so yeah, around. And, or 500 in some odd, but yeah. I went ahead and got these. I think they were 30 a piece or something like that, so not bad. If you just want to spend a whole days and get 200, that'll cover you for an entire both characters and weapons, and help cover the next one as well. So not a terrible deal. Definitely saves on the jade usage, and on top of that you get 6k jades while you do it, so it saves you a whole lot. Thankfully they finally added it and I can save jades again, because I was struggling. I wasn't able to do anything on this this last jade rebate. As you can see, I have 76k or so jades because I didn't really use any. I think I used like 10k or something, and that was just on miscellaneous spending. So I'm going to save up 100 and some odd k jades for the next rebate that should be coming here in about a week and a half. And speaking of which, we also got a new event. We're going to be getting travel season. Halibel, I believe, is we're going to be getting Halibel. So, not terrible. What are we at? We should be at, okay, so 4 more. Travel season Halibel is pretty good. I'm slightly confused though, because I think she drops a war soul in her. So I'm just going to do these last 10 here and call it good. I think she drops a war soul in her at 220 mark, so I'm a little confused as to if we're going to be able to get a duplicate war soul or not. I'm not sure, so we'll see. But with that, I got enough for both characters and one weapon. Question is, who do I use the weapon on? Who do I feel like using in my character slots? Honestly, both characters aren't bad, so we'll see here. Let's go ahead and do my shards here. Okay, 54. So let's go ahead and grab 30 for him. 3-0. And then we'll just cap shards there. There you go. So let's go ahead and combine them real quick here. I have plenty of time, so let's go ahead and combine them, and then we'll quickly go over them just to check them out, I guess. But I do need to swap games in order to do that, because unfortunately this Bleach game really does not do translations very well for English, so gonna have to swap games here. Let's go ahead and go down there and check them out. You know what? I might as well just swap games again real quick. So let's do that. So let's check out Halibel first, actually. Halibel, where are you at, Halibel? Oh, you know what? Wrong Halibel. I was thinking of this one, but instead we're just going to go with this one, so. Alright, so skills. Let's go ahead and check these out. Okay. So, mastery skill. Deals damage to a single enemy plus 18% of the health that enemy has already lost, and additional damage has a 20% chance to disorient the enemy. So deals damage plus 18% of the health that enemy has already lost in additional damage. So I think that's like an extra tick of poison, because that's what poison does, is your poison, the dot of poison does damage to you based on how much health you're missing. So if you have full health and you're poisoned, you're not going to take any damage. But if you're at 5% health and you have poison, you're going to die. So anyways, rage skill. Deals damage to all enemies, poisons all targets, and dispels up to 4 buffs from each enemy. Each stack of dots on enemies, that is including fire, bleed, poison. For each stack, for each dot effect on each enemy, enemies will take 2% increased damage for 1 round to a maximum of 12%. Szayelaporro regenerates 35% of his missing HP. It's not too bad. It's pretty much two ticks of the soul hall of it's pretty much 2 ticks of the Black Tortoise soul hall, so it's not bad. Let's see here. Dispel removes debuffs. Yeah. At the end of the round, it causes damage based on the amount of life already lost. Yeah. Does it? Do you guys know anywhere? Oh, here's right here. Poison damage, 4% of HP loss. So if you have 2 stacks of poison and you're at 5% HP, it's going to pretty much kill you. Alright, moving on here. Passive. When Szayelaporro receives damage that would be fatal for the first time in battle, he recovers 500 rage, regenerates 60% of his total HP, gains increased damage reduction for 2 rounds, and causes all enemies to become poisoned for 2 rounds. So once again, not bad. Damage reduction rate increased by 50%, which is crazy. That's the reason why he is so tanky and so hard to deal with, because he has 50% increased damage reduction rate. So he's not bad. He is pretty much a better version of, let's see here, it would be here, Mayuri. Immune to poison when when his HP becomes 0, he becomes immune to all remaining damage and recovers HP triggers once per battle. Heal 35%. So yeah, it's pretty much a better version of Mayuri, and Mayuri is an SSR, so it makes sense. Not bad. He's very, very tanky. If you could put him on the right team, he is extremely tanky, so not bad. If you guys want to use him, he's definitely usable. He's good for tanky teams. I don't believe he has a soul haul, so doesn't really do too much, but at the end game, there's better units. So, and once again, of the 2 units, we are going to be looking here at Halibel. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Halibel's skills here. Alright, mastery skill. Deals damage to a single enemy if Halibel Resurrection's HP is higher than 50%. This attack deals 40% increased damage. Otherwise, she regenerates 20% of the HP she has already lost. So, if she is above 50% HP, she doesn't regen, she does extra damage. If she's below 50%, she deals more damage, which is, I believe that's what her War Soul does. Not her War Soul, but the other version of her War Soul does. So, it's not bad. Rach. The problem with her, though, is she's not a damage dealer, so that doesn't really help her too much. But let's take a look at her rage skill. Her rage skill is actually not terrible. Deals damage to the... This is with her weapon, correct? Yeah, I have her weapon. Cool. Deals damage to the enemy front row, and if the target back row has any characters on the field, damage is increased by 70%. Halibel Resurrection gains 20% increase to rage skill damage for each ally character that has died. Cannot be dispelled. Halibel regenerates 30% of her HP when she has lost after using this skill. If the target of attack is a single enemy, this skill deals 100% additional damage, and there is a 30% chance to stun the target for 1 round. So, very, very confusing here. I'll explain it. Pretty much what it does is, if she hits one unit, it does a lot of damage. If there is a back row, does a lot of damage. If it pretty much has to deal with how many characters are on the enemy team, and she gets all these extra damage buffs. That's pretty much it. Let's just go with that. Very simple. Every time an ally character dies, Halibel Resurrection generates 15% of her current HP and gains 300 rage. When Halibel Resurrection dies, the damage reduction rate of all allies is increased for 2 rounds, and that caps at 25.6% extra damage reduction. So, once again, this does take after another character. That character would be Unohana. Compassion. When Unohana dies, she grants compassion to the back row. When she is alive, enemies gain 20% or gain rage 20% slower. Increased damage rate. And by the way, this is also really good to go up against enemies that have males on their team and they're trying to get the rage first round off. They can't do it because rage 20% slower. I will show you an example of this. Compassion. Increased damage reduction rate for 2 rounds. Cannot be dispelled. You know what? Unohana is not even the featured character, but I'm going to show you anyways. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about real quick. Alright, so as we can see here, let's pause this. So we will see that the entire enemy team right here has the exact same amount of rage. Rage. So all 3 of them, if they are able to rage this turn, they should be able to. But since I have Unohana on the field, they gain rage slower. Can you see? They each have more rage than him just by a pinch. Let's go ahead and continue. There you go. As you can see, once again, they are now able to rage, and Aizen is not. Which stops him from being able to beat me because he no longer has the last rage attack that's able to kill me. So with that, I'm able to beat him. I do like the fact that this game is so much faster than the other game. It's so convenient. Alright guys, well with that, I am going to wrap this one up here. Once again, if I had to choose a character of which weapon to get, I think I'm going to choose... Honestly, I don't really want Halibel, because I'm not really going to be using her as an attacking or damaging unit at all. So, I'm probably going to be getting him Szayelaporro. I'm probably going to be getting him instead, so we'll see. I'll think about it, but I don't think I'm going to use Halibel outside of using her as she dies and then gives damage reduction to my team. That's probably the only reason I'm going to use her. But with that, guys, wrap this one up. If you enjoyed this content, like, subscribe as usual, and if you guys would like to download this game, once again, very free to play friendly since they finally added that. I highly suggest it. Link will be in the description. Feel free to download it there. I will catch you all next time. Peace.